there was chaos on Gauteng's roads as thousands of taxi drivers affiliated to Santago hit the brakes on services early this morning. The association went on strike over vehicle repayments, saying it has had enough of the high interest rates of up to 28% charged by various financial institutions when they buy quantum minibuses. It's now called it off to allow negotiations with the SA Taxi Finance Holdings. Major roads and highways were blocked and thousands of commuters left stranded. Schooling in the province was also affected, and it's now back to the drawing board to find a way forward.
Taxi drivers brought Gauteng to a standstill this morning, causing widespread disruption in the province. The taxi operators say they simply cannot afford to pay the 15,000 rand installments a month that they are compelled to pay over 72 months. One of the financial institutions, ABSA, says the new amendments to the National Credit Act require a stringent credit check assessment, which impacts on the interest rate charged to various operators.
If, for instance, you are presenting a weak balance sheet in the view of the bank, or your income, it is not adequate enough, they're going to be saying, but this person is high risk. And high risk in terms of, will he or she be able to pay for the coming 72 months? Or are we going to have, challenges along the way?
Estimated that the industry has an annual revenue of almost 40 billion rand. With South Africa currently in a recession and being downgraded to junk status by various rating agencies, the cost of borrowing has become too expensive for many.
As a taxi industry, you approach the bank or the funders and you're saying, this is who we are as a collective, we are a registered body, and would like to do business with you as the funder, as the bank. In that case, remember, the liability will then lie largely with you as an organization, that taxi organization. And the bank will then be dealing directly with the organization. In that case, you will find that the rates can even be negotiated.
The taxi operators were supposed to march to the offices of the South African Taxi Finance Company in Midrand to hand over a memorandum. But the strike was called off while taxi bosses were locked up in a marathon meeting with the financier to try and find an amicable solution to the problem. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.